Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Alert. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Alert. Switch.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Corey Vedvik now set to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Right here. 74, 74. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Come.
Now Wentz again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Stop! 180! 54, Mike. Man, you got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
First down, a run with Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
There we go. Pac-Man. We're 20.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Let's go.
On first down, Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to you.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
It's just me and you.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 51 yards. That's good. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
Check 99. Check 99.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Kill.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here we go. 180! Stay with your man!
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 280! 59! Come on. Kill. 59 mark. Check. 59. Check down. Check me out. Hey, Delta.
Wentz now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go. Great.
Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Go. 280! 59. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
They didn't need a big play there. They just needed a conversion, but I'm really downplaying it, aren't I? Getting a conversion, picking up a first down, not easy in any aspect. How about that one right there?
Yeah, with the dive, knew where the line to gain was, went soaring past it.
Yeah, that's doing it by any means necessary.
Done. 120!
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here we go. 180! No! Exit! Here, go now! Check 59, Mike is 59.
On 1st down, it's Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 48-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! 58, right there. Get in the way, Will. Get in the way.
On 2nd and 11 now, Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Mike. 280! 59. Hey, tight.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Rip on 2, out here. 59.
To throw is Wentz. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, forward, Tokyo!
Here's Wentz to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Malik Jackson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And this will be caught at the 30. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 62 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. This is Cohen on the toss. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
At the Eagles' 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down here the sack. They push him back to the 34. Malik Jackson in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
58, right over there, right over there.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go. Waiting. Check pass.
The final shot before half for Wentz. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Check the call. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 82.
Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Watch the safety creep. Kill. 58 to Mike, 58.
To throw, it's Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming after you.
Another run with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Son, 180. It's 59. Mike to 59. Oh, you got deep?
On 3rd and short, the give to the tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your teaming.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check 24, check 24. Red, alert.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This is intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
22-yard line.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Another run here with Sanders. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Pac-Man. Waiting. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run. What's your son?
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You're trash. You're trash. Hey, watch it. Bunch. What's your son?
On 1st down, Sanders. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll go again with Sanders. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Under 10.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check pass. Check pass.
Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check. Great 57.
On 3rd down, it's Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 50.
Now Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Here we go. 120. Tyson. Hey, 4 down.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that...